afternoon and welcome to Monday Motivation, February 13th edition. Monday Motivation is PowerPoints for Successful Christian Living. I'm here in Huntsville doing sound for a young adults retreat, and we're on break right now. Thought this would be a perfect opportunity to get some recording done. So here we are. Looking ahead, February 17th is Random Acts of Kindness Day. Now, they have days, start with Mother's Day, Father's Day. Now we have days for anything and everything and every cause that's out there. And I have mixed feelings about that. Let's take, for example, the one that's coming up, Random Acts of Kindness Day. I think in one way it's good because it's a day where we highlight the importance of something like kindness to strangers. But on the other hand, having one day of the year where we look at that specific topic, kindness to our mothers, kindness to strangers, whatever it is, to have one day of the year, these are mindsets that we should have all year long. I want to share a story that I experienced last year, and it was a random act of kindness. And at the same time, I learned from it. What happened was I was walking home from the office. My office was on Yonge Street. I was walking to the subway station a couple of blocks away, and there was a lady in a wheelchair, and she was struggling to get along the sidewalk. You see, it had snowed a couple of inches that day. The sidewalks weren't clear yet, and it was a slight uphill incline, and she was having a lot of difficulty. And I came up behind her, and I saw that she was having difficulty. So I just looked around and asked her, if you'd like, I can push you. I'm going to the next subway station. I can push you that far. And she wasn't sure what to make of it, but she said yes. So I'm pushing her along, and I noticed her hands were cold. So I suggested, why don't you put your hands in your pockets and warm your hands? And I then started to realize, see, I'm not in a wheelchair, so I didn't understand, but I started to realize not only was the ground the problem, her hands were frozen because she needed her hands to wheel herself along. Then we got to the subway station, and I said, are you good from here? Her hands had warmed up at that point, and I pulled a pair of gloves that I had in my backpack, and I said, here, you need these more than I do. Gave her the gloves. And this older lady, you should have seen the big toothless grin that she gave. It was something else. That made her day. I never saw her again, probably never will, but that was a random act of kindness to a stranger. And I felt good for it. Doing acts of kindness just creates a feeling inside of satisfaction, knowing that you have made the world a better place for somebody. And that made her day. Just that smile was something else. I'll always remember it. And that was the good side. Then I made it to my train, and I'm riding the GO train home, and I did well today. That was good. And the Holy Spirit prompted me and said, yeah, you did good, but you could have done better. You see, what I should have done is I helped her, but I could have done more. I could have made sure she was warm. There was Tim Hortons right there. I could have said, let's go have a coffee. So while I did something that was reasonable and kind-hearted, I actually failed to make any personal connection at all. I could have taken it one step further. I could have found out her name. I could have talked to her for a bit. I could have made sure that she was warm enough to carry on. We could have gone for a coffee, or I could have bought her a coffee just to make sure, and just to make that personal connection. So helping strangers, helping people, that's great. But at the same time, we need to make an effort to connect with people, to really understand them. And that's a big part of our world. We all live our lives so independent of each other, and technology only makes that worse. We never make that human connection. And that's something that I learned from that. I would gladly help anybody out again, but at the same time, I want to make that connection, to see that, just to express God's love to them and just to share with them and let them know that, hey, people care. I'm sure she understands that I care and I did well, but it could have been taken to the next level. So in thinking of the random acts of kindness that's coming up on the 17th, I encourage everybody, but not just on that day only, but all year round, random acts of kindness. Care for people, make that personal connection with people. Show them that you care. We're supposed to be salt and light of the earth. Let's make the world a better place. Have a great week. Make sure you like this video. If you've enjoyed it, subscribe to our channel. Subscribe button's right there. Like our Facebook page. Comments in the Facebook or on our YouTube video are great. Also our website, monday-motivation.ca. And on our website, there's the feedback form where you can submit ideas, questions, comments. We'd love to hear from you. Please make sure you subscribe. Have a great week. Do a random act of kindness.